It is time. It is time to brew your best beer. Brought to you by Beer Greens Supply Company, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club, Brew UK, Panhead Brewery, Tanner Ritchie, Finney's Homebrew Emporium, Brig Selv, Hackney Brewery, Hashigo Sake, Mangrove Jacks, Sprig and Fern Tavern, Yakima Valley Hops.
Okay, welcome to the 2014 SJPORR Beer Challenge. The beer that we're going to try tonight is the Left Turn Brewing IPA, 5.7% ABV, TI121US. It says open on 6/6/14, but we didn't actually get them until after that, so. So, let's get a pour on this and see what we got. Whoa! Uh-oh, we got a slight gusher. Nicely carbonated. Really nicely carbonated. Maybe over-carbonated a tad. Well, let's let that sit for a few minutes. Yeah, that's a lot of head. It's a nice color. But we're going to have to let that sit for just a couple of minutes and settle down, and I'll pour the rest of the beer in there. Okay. We got quite a bit of head on here. I say, almost have to say from the head and the way it came out the bottle, it's slightly over-carbonated. It's a very nice color. Kind of an orange rust, cross between rust and orange colored on the hue. Just off-white head on that. Bigger bubbles, but it's all good. So let's get a taste on this. Okay, not sure if I'm going to be able to smell the head on this. And this was a little bit clearer, but after it kind of come up the bottle, it kind of kicked up some yeast from the bottom. So I'm not gonna knock it on the clarity because it was pouring clear to begin with. But as you can see, it's a really pretty color. Very nice. Good carbonation coming up from the sides. Let's see if I can smell this. And in all fairness, my sense of smell is not as good as some people's is. I do have a little hop aroma coming through on that. So like I said, through the head, probably not going to pick up much. So let's give it a taste. Ooh, very hoppy, very nice. There's a nice hop bitterness there. Kind of a caramely orange marmalade type of hop taste to that. Yeah, kind of almost an orange tangerine type flavor. As I said, I'm not exactly sure what each one of these hops brings. Like I said, we have Columbus and Cascade, so almost picking up like a grapefruit peel type flavor in that. So like I said, kind of like an orange marmalade type flavor. So this is actually pretty good. See if I can pour a little bit more in here. Nope, we got yeast kicked up. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to throw off the flavor with the yeast in that. So I'm going to give this 15 minutes as well. What the head? His head's not going anywhere on that one. So I'm going to give this 15 minutes to warm up and see if I can't pick up a little more of the hop aroma. So like I said, in all fairness, my sniffer is not as good as I would like. So we'll be back in 15 minutes and I'll fill out the score sheet on this. It's warmed up a little bit. I'm still really not picking up on the hops. I wish I could. If anything, I'm picking up just maybe a slightly bready aroma. Not that I would call it an off flavor or an aroma. It's just a slight yeast odor to me. I do think as this is warmed up just a tad, but a little more of the sweetness of the caramel is coming through. At first it didn't, and it was pretty tart on the tongue as far as, you know, the bitterness and stuff. But now that it's actually warmed up a little bit, the caramel and the sweetness of the malts is actually coming out a little bit more. Overall, it's a pretty nice beer. So I will give my rating and stay tuned for the rest of the beer. So, cheers.